Brought to you by Lister Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Jordan here with Real Estate Pros on Lister Pros TV, and today we're in Tucson, Arizona, interviewing David Dynes of Tierra Antigua. He is the branch manager of the downtown branch. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to spend some time with us here on Real Estate Pros.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Jordan. As you mentioned, I manage the downtown branch here at Tierra Antigua Realty. I've been in the business for about 10 years now, spent the past year in management, did a lot of REO sales, standard, just traditional sales leading up to that. Yeah, I've been enjoying my time in my role right now.
So did you start your career in real estate, or did you do something prior to real estate?
So I started out, first job out of high school, I worked at a Blockbuster Video, part-time,
Nice.
Started in the retail industry.
I miss having the block. See, you know what? Like as a kid, see, I'm almost 35 now,
Yeah.
but you know, as a kid growing up, you go into Blockbuster with my grandparents and you pick out
Yeah.
videos. Now you don't have that experience anymore. It's all streaming. So
You kind of looked forward to it. Got to go look at, do a little bit of research rather than looking on a screen. You got to physically explore a bit, which is nice.
Yeah. It was more of an experience, but anyways.
Yeah. But started there, worked my way up into management, ran a store for a few years, and was putting in pretty long hours. So I had taken a real estate class actually at Pima Community College. They used to teach it there. Never went anywhere with it, but I took it, was interested in it, and a few years later when the opportunity came up, I decided, you know what, if I'm going to work 80-hour weeks, I might as well do it for my own business.
So at Blockbuster, you're putting in 80 hours a week? Were you
pretty
there?
Demanding.
So they went out of business several years ago. You weren't around for that, were you?
I got
you
out,
got out prior.
Right before, probably about 6 months before they started shutting down stores. Good timing.
Interesting. So 80 hours a week at Blockbuster, then transition
real estate.
80 hours a week in real estate?
Yeah, it's an interesting transition. And one thing I try and remind people of today is you're starting your own business.
Right.
Working for a company for a long time and having that expertise and the management behind it helped out a bit with that and being able to set up my business for success. But it's easy to get distracted from that, I think, and lose sight of, I need to get out there and actually generate leads and generate business and do what it takes to get there.
So when you jumped into real estate, what were some of the main activities that you would focus on to drive business?
Yeah, so when I first got in, I guess there were a couple main things that I did. So open houses were a big part of it. And then the other part, I started with a small brokerage in town, and they had floor time where you'd actually sit the office, hold it open, and have
like the office, not like new.
Yeah.
Not like new homes.
Yeah. So it would be the actual office. So it was. They got a little bit of walk-in traffic. They'd been there for a long time, so people knew where it was. And the other part of that is they did a lot of advertising. So they did newspaper ads, things like that. That would generate phone calls.
So people would just come into the office, like curious about.
They would have seen an ad in the newspaper, calling about a house, so we'd get a lot of phone calls through that, and then occasionally you'd get a walk-in. We were right in a little retail plaza next to a restaurant.
Gotcha.
Had listings in the windows, things like that to draw people in. So those were the two big things I'd say that helped out with starting my business off. And then my sphere. I mean, I knew a lot of people. I grew up here, born and raised, so. A lot of friends and family members.
Is it Tucsonian? Is that what they? Or is there a name for the Tucson people?
There probably is, and it's a bad thing. But I don't know if I can. I'm pretty sure it's Tucsonan.
All right, so 10 years in the business. So so you transition out of Blockbuster. You're working your sphere, but you're out in the time where REOs became very popular. So
yeah, exactly. So I got my license in 2008. In 2011, an opportunity came up with a team actually at Tierra Antigua to help out with those REO listings. So
I gotcha. So that's what introduced you to Tierra Antigua. Then.
Yeah, that's what brought me in. So I started not knowing anything necessarily about the brokerage, but the team that I was on and joining. And that opportunity was great. I mean, it was the heyday of foreclosures. So we had, when I started, we had about 150 listings on the market as a team.
Really?
And just every day a new listing going on the market. So it kept me kept me pretty busy. A lot of really good experience
on transactions, just volume. So
yeah.
usually operating as a team, you know, the team leader or whatever, you know, says, you're doing this task, you're doing this task. Was there a specific task that you were doing, or were you kind of helping with everything?
Yeah, so it was, the way they had it set up, there were a few different, essentially, accounts that they had. So they had an REO account with HUD, with Fannie Mae. I was brought on to manage the HUD part of it. So the whole process of essentially getting the property and getting it assigned to us all the way through closing on that house. So got thrown into that a little bit.
Yeah. That'll get you some experience real quick, having 150 listings all at once. Awesome. So you bring a diverse background in real estate.
Yeah.
And so you said you've been in leadership for the past year.
Yeah. So
as the branch manager.
Yep. So I manage the branch right down here, the downtown Tierra Antigua branch. It's just kind of come natural to me. A lot of my role on the team was training newer agents as they were coming on. We had buyer agents, people that were brand new to the industry. And that's something I always enjoyed, was educating them on the process and making sure they had a good understanding of how to start their business and work through it.
What attracts new agents or people that were with other brokerages to Tierra Antigua?
There's a couple things, I think. One thing is the low fees. A lot of brokerages charge a set percentage or a high dollar amount per transaction. Tierra Antigua has a few different options, but they're all, you get to keep your commission. There's low fees for each transaction that you do, and there's options to do no fees for a certain fee each month. So some really good.
Like if you're paying a monthly fee, then there's no fee transactions?
Yeah, so we have our Plan C, which some of our higher volume agents do, where it's a set amount. I believe it's just under $500 a month, and then the agents get to keep all of their commission. We don't take anything out of that.
Really?
So a nice benefit for the ones that are out there selling.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tierra Antigua has grown a lot over the last years, because I've talked to the owners, or actually we kind of interviewed, we went over to your brokerage, we did a behind the brokerage segment, and
it's been crazy. 15 years, and we're up to 1,029 agents last I heard. A lot of it's the culture too. I mean, that's what's really kept me here and drawn me to the brokerage and taking this role. Is they kind of have that same mentality I do, where they want to help people out. They want to see people be successful in whatever it is that they want to do with their business. Right. And they give you tons of tools and support to be able to do that. It's just really that mentality. Instead of calling people up and seeing how many homes they're going to sell for the month, it's, you do what you want to do. We're here to support you. If you want to sell a house a year, 100 houses a year, we can give you the support you need. Right.
So the culture is attractive.
The culture is huge.
To Tierra Antigua. So what other tools does Tierra Antigua, or you as a branch manager, how do you help onboard brand new agents and get them going?
So that's the biggest part. I think whenever I meet with an agent as they come on, it's always the deer in the headlights, the lost look. So one of my roles with Tierra Antigua, I meet with all the new agents as they're coming on to start them off with just a checklist, a basic, here's what you need to do to get set up and going in the business. So give them some direction on where to go. And a few things that we offer. So we have our freshman series of classes, which is geared towards getting them actually set up and doing the business. Real estate school does a really good job of
They basically teach you the laws. They don't teach you how to run a business. And that's where a lot of people
And that's what happens. A lot of people get through that and they think, okay, I can go sell houses now, when really that's not the case. They teach you how to pass a test, and then you're kind of on your own from there. Right. So that's why it's important to find a good brokerage that can teach you how to actually go out and do the business. So our freshman series does that. It's a series of 10 classes that gear you towards working with buyers, sellers, doing open houses, all the basics for getting into the business. Mm-hmm. On top of that, we have a great mentor program where we team you up with an experienced agent that's out there selling. There's a small fee associated with that, but from other mentor programs that I've seen, it's next to nothing for what you get out of it.
Sure.
Yeah, and the support. I mean, you have me downtown. We have 7 different managers that are available to you during business hours, and then we have a 24/7 helpline that's available as well. So as the agents are out there on the weekends, nights, doing business,
there's always somebody.
Yeah, all they have to do is pick up the phone and they're talking to one of us.
Oh, really?
Not an answering service. I'm actually on call this week, so we'll see if I get any phone calls while we're here.
Awesome. So, man, I like how Tierra Antigua does their business. You know, it sounds like a fun culture to be at, and a lot of tools and a lot of things they provide to agents for not large fees.
That's just the beginning of it too. I mean, there's a lot of technology that you get out of it. You know, you can do your own agent websites free of charge through one of the services that we offer.
Oh yeah, and I've seen your guys' website. You guys have a whole bunch of tools as well.
Yeah, there's everything that's out there that you've seen, we have available for you, very likely to use in your business.
So if somebody's out there watching this, maybe they're on the fence about considering others, or maybe they're not super happy with where they're at currently. How do they get a hold of you?
So they can call me at the downtown office, or they can call our main office and actually set up a meeting with our owner, with Matt Clifton. He likes to meet with everybody that's interested in coming on personally to introduce them to the culture and what we have available for them. So you can call me downtown, 528-428-3338. Or the main office if you want to talk to Matt directly, which is 520-544-2335.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, David, thanks for taking time out of your busy day and spending a few minutes with us here on Real Estate Pros.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys on the next episode. For more information on hosting your own Facebook Live show just like this one, message Lister Pros directly on Facebook, and we will see you guys on the next episode.